Jack, we got 1 week till Christmas tomorrow. 1 week till Christmas. I'm in the giving mood. Want to do more videos. We kind of have a slow year here at the Michigan Football Report, so we're trying to pick it up here as we can. Hiring season is over, and it's transfer portal season, so we're going to take you inside the transfer portal, what's been happening in the last few days, what's going to start happening over the next few as well. Then, Bryce Underwood. The rules changed a few years back. Early enrollees, which he is one of about 12, can get on campus. They can start practicing with the team. We'll give you the inside scoop. And this is really not the inside scoop, just what you need to know on that when Bryce Underwood will be in the winged helmet and participating in Michigan football practice. And then a full recap of departures. Who from last year's team will not return? I'm not talking about the seniors, not talking about the guys without eligibility, the players that could have returned that are not either in the transfer portal or guys who have declared for the NFL draft. But Michigan's quarterback search will continue, given that Alex Orji, Jaden Denegal have both gone in the transfer portal. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I did expect Jaden Davis to enter the transfer portal as well. Maybe he'll, see how things flesh out in the spring, see how good Bryce Underwood really is, what happens in the Michigan transfer portal, gets and see what happens. Maybe he could transfer in the spring if it doesn't work out for him. But as of now, Jaden Davis is still on the roster. So is Davis Ward. Michigan, though, does want to bring in a starter level, someone who could potentially be the starting quarterback if Bryce Underwood is not all that he is, built up to be, not ready to take the reins as a freshman, as a true freshman at Michigan this year. So the quarterback that everyone thought that was going to be the guy from Michigan, Maryland starting quarterback, Billy Edwards Jr. I love that name, Billy Edwards. That's kind of the most generic name, and you add a junior on it, it's even better. Went and you visited Virginia, then visited Wisconsin, committed to Wisconsin, never made his visit to Michigan. So clearly Wisconsin was offering something that Michigan is not, which is probably a little more NIL money maybe, but more importantly, probably a guaranteed you're going to be the starter unless you start playing bad, where Michigan's probably saying, hey, you got to beat out Bryce Underwood. You might be our starter for the first 1, 2, 3, 4 games if you're a little bit ahead of him, but as the season progresses, no guarantees. You start losing games, you start throwing interceptions, you're not going to be the guy. We're going to take a shot on the future with Bryce Underwood. And I'm guessing Edwards was looking for something a little more guaranteed for his last snaps in a college uniform. Here's what I need you guys to do in the Christmas spirit. Subscribe to the channel, okay? All I need you to do to motivate us to keep making videos is to subscribe to the channel. We are approaching 33,500. So let's get that one. We're a few subscribers from there. Let's get up to 34,000 this year. Got 14 days left in the year. Subscribe to the Michigan Football Report. It's always youtube.com/Michigan TV. Hit that sub button and never miss a video, post, or anything that we have on this show. Michigan got a couple commitments last night. The Metcalf brothers from Arkansas, TJ and Tevis. It kind of looks like Beavis. I was like, is that Tevis Metcalf committed to Michigan from the state of Alabama. In their second and their first year at Arkansas, one was a starter, so no real ties to Michigan or anything like that, but they are going in a combo pack in the transfer portal from Arkansas to Michigan. TJ was the starter for 11 games at free safety this season. It's something like 70 tackles, has 2 years of eligibility remaining. I expect him to be, right in the mix to be a starter at Michigan this upcoming season. But Michigan brought in a bunch of guys in the secondary this past year. Not a ton of them made much of an impact during the season. Really not until Michigan had injuries to Will Johnson late in the year did guys like Amir Hall and others make an impact from the transfer portal to playing time for Michigan in the secondary. Then his younger brother, Tevis Metcalf, was a 3-star player in 2024, was a true freshman this year. He did play a bunch on special teams, kind of kickoff return, everything like that. He will have 3 years of eligibility, so 5 combined years of eligibility, 2 for the older brother, 3 for the younger brother, Tevis, from Arkansas. They will be part of Michigan's transfer portal class, as will this man, Brady Norton. Ohio State thought they were going to get him. Other schools thought they were going to have to get him. Redshirt freshman at Cal Poly. Okay, Cal Poly FCS. But really has some amazing tape. You look at him, search on YouTube after this video, look on Twitter. Looks like he could be a multi-year starter at Michigan. Will have 3 years of eligibility after starting his redshirt freshman year for 11 games in 2024. So that's now 4 players, the Metcalf brothers, Norton, and the wide receiver from Indiana that we told you about on Sunday. The Bryce Underwood era, folks, is less than 48 hours away as we are filming this about just around coming up on 5 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday. Underwood will be in uniform. He's been accepted to the University of Michigan as a student, will be in uniform with the team, getting ready for the bowl game against Alabama on Thursday. So Thursday is the day 1 of the Bryce Underwood era at Michigan. I'm super excited about it. Jack, have I told you this, but I got some Bryce Underwood jerseys coming. We might do a little giveaway for one of you guys. You guys want to get the first crack at a Bryce Underwood jersey, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out when we do that. So we're going to probably do a video on Thursday evening, Thursday afternoon, maybe Friday, once we get some intel on how Bryce Underwood, the truth, the future, the 7-star quarterback from Belleville, does with Michigan. And if he's looking better, I mean, I would expect him from day one to look much better than Davis Warren, Michigan's current starting quarterback. And if he's not, I don't know what's going to, we have to talk about that a little later than in the week on what the future holds at this position. Later on the show, reminder, we are going to go through the full list of NFL and transfer portal departures for this team. Here's the question, though, I want to get the vibes from you guys. Let's talk regular season only, right? 12 games on the schedule that was released last week, right? Michigan, second game of the year. Oklahoma has a big road game there. But 12 games in the schedule. Over or under? We're going to put the number at a solid 10. So if you want to say 10 exactly, you can do that too. But over or under 10 regular season starts for Bryce Underwood in 2025. Jack, quick one. What do you got? One word.
I'm going to say push at 10.
I like that. I'm going to go over. I'm not going to say they're going to give maybe Davis Warren the first start snaps, and then they're going to give Bryce Underwood the start on the road against Oklahoma. So I'm going to go 11. I'm going to go over. Jack says 10. Let us know what you guys think. Michigan has more QB options in the transfer portal, so we've got a couple more players at the quarterback position we're going to talk about. Also, defensive line, running back, cornerback. It's all coming up on today's Michigan Football Report, which is sponsored by Game Time. It's the app that I use to buy Michigan tickets for friends and family to the Michigan-Texas game. Jack and I use Game Time to go to the national championship game. I love Game Time because they have a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. The Michigan football regular season is over, but Game Time is still the perfect app for tickets to all your favorite teams. If you're ready to head south to see Michigan, Alabama in the bowl game, Game Time. How about that Michigan basketball team? Next home game, Sunday, December 22nd, Game Time. Tickets to see this all-time Detroit Lions team, Game Time. I love their lowest price guarantee. Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference if you find a cheaper ticket elsewhere. All-in pricing. You toggle this feature, you show you the total upfront cost with no surprise fees at checkout, and then seat views, a panoramic view. You know exactly what your view is going to look like in the app before you buy. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. That link is down in the comments, and that promo code is in the description and comments of today's video. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. Will there be a former Detroit high school legend finishing his career at Michigan? That is 2023 MAC Player of the Year. Dequan Finn, superstar, started the majority of 3 seasons at Toledo, 2021, 22, 23. Went down to Baylor trying to, up his game, up his draft stock, whatever he's looking for. Didn't really work out for him. Kind of getting bad vibes here that he's not, getting the job done. In spring ball, was named the starter, got in the first game, injured in the second game, and never regained his starting position. But now he is back in the transfer portal, given a 7th year of eligibility. I don't know if this guy's getting 7 years of eligibility, Jack. I know the COVID year, he graduated high school in 2019. He'll still be playing in 2025. But nevertheless, he's in the portal, and I really thought Michigan should have gone after him last year. If Michigan had Dequan Finn this year, Jack, I think this is a team that might be, right in the cusp of the playoff right now. I don't think you lose that Washington game. I don't think you lose that Illinois game. Hey, maybe you lose to Ohio State because you're trying to do more stuff with him. I don't know, but I think this team probably, cost themselves 2, maybe 3 games because of the quarterback play alone. If Michigan has the ability to get him, I think it is a home run for the following reasons. Number one, right? He's known Bryce Underwood, right? They're both from the same area. They've gone to camps. He's mentored Bryce Underwood for years and years and years since Underwood was in 7th and 8th grade. So it's not going to be like, hey, I'm not getting the starting job or I'm going to leave or anything like that. So they know each other. They're friends. He can mentor him. Okay, that's number one. Number 2, Michigan can win with him. Third is even if he starts the year as a starting quarterback and doesn't work out, Cool. He's still there as a high-level backup to Bryce Underwood, running a similar style of offense. If it's Davis Warren, they're going to run a drastically different offense if Warren's in there versus Bryce Underwood. So I think that this will be a home run for Michigan. I think Michigan can win with him if he's the starting quarterback. And given it's his 7th year and things didn't work out with him at Baylor, it's probably a good move for him, right? He's not going to be guaranteed any starting position, but he could be the starting quarterback from his home state team and have the ability to maybe turn his career around, even if it is in limited action after the failed attempt to go down and be the starting quarterback at Baylor. We are 4 days away from the College Football Playoff. Saturday night, it is Ohio State, Tennessee. I want to see what you guys are thinking, Jack. You better be ready. Better get that mic ready, Jack. I want to get a score prediction from you. Give me your score predictions for this one. Ohio State, Tennessee, the 4th of 4 games. Friday night, it's Notre Dame, Indiana. And then you got SMU, Penn State. Who's the other one I'm missing? Texas, Clemson. Finishing up with this one. I am going to go one of 2 ways. Ohio State's going to either win equivalent to their talent, something like 31-20 or 30-17 if the heads in the game. If they come in the game and they're still, oh man, we lost to Michigan, flat flag, and they're just not in there, Tennessee blows them out. So I'm just going to go with that one. Tennessee 42-14. Jack, what do you got?
So I'm kind of on the same track. Ryan Day is fighting for his life here. I think that he runs a very poor program. Give me Tennessee 35-10.
35-10. Both calling for the multi-score blowout for the Tennessee Volunteers. Let us know if we're crazy or if you agree down in the comments. Let's keep going. Talking transfer portal targets, transfer portal rumors. A former target right here in the great city of Dallas, Jack, and that is Preston Stone, the starting quarterback last year and at the beginning of this year for college football playoff bound SMU. He was a top target, right? Michigan offered him in 9th grade, right? Way back in 2018. He was strongly considered Michigan, right? His dad's an SMU grad. That's kind of why he spurned some other schools in the state of Texas, A&M, the Texas Longhorns offered him, Texas Tech, et cetera, and went to SMU from Dallas. Dad is a SMU graduate, et cetera. But he was seriously considering Michigan. But then Michigan in May of 2019, his sophomore year, landed 5-star J.J. McCarthy. You may have heard of him. Same recruiting class with Stone, who was the number 111 overall player. Lost his job to injury, didn't gain it back. Probably the right move for SMU because they just kind of went to the moon after that with their new quarterback. But he's in there. Similar position, similar as Dequan Finn. I don't think he's expecting anyone to roll out the carpet at a top 10 or top 15 program and name the starter, et cetera, but could find a little golden nugget there at the Michigan football team. He's their starting quarterback for a few games, and maybe it turns into a coaching position. Maybe he gets to show off his skills to a larger audience. Maybe goes through Michigan Pro Day. Win-win for everybody. I don't think there's anything to lose for Preston Stone if he comes up to Michigan. So keep your eye on this one. I've seen him firsthand. We live in Dallas here, and I've been watching him since he was a freshman in high school, and Michigan offered him. I think he's a high-level talent that could do good in Ann Arbor. How about Damon Payne Jr.? You guys remember him from 4 years ago, same 2021 recruiting class with Donovan Edwards, with J.J. McCarthy. The number 1 player in the same state of Michigan spurned the Wolverines from Belleville, same school as Bryce Underwood, and went down to Alabama. Things did not go well for him, Jack. Down there, never really was a starter, didn't really contribute much. 30 tackles, 3 tackles for loss in 4 seasons. A loss to Michigan, right, in the College Football Playoff semifinal, and he is in the transfer portal for his final year. Could he come up, right? I mean, I'm not sure if he has a relationship with Bryce Underwood. They are 4 years apart in age and school, but he's from this area, 20 minutes away from Michigan. I don't think, based on what I've seen of his footage and his production at Alabama, I don't think he would be a candidate to be a starter for Michigan, but could provide some great depth in the interior defensive line that's losing Mason Graham, and clearly I think will lose Kenneth Grant, although he has not yet announced what his plans are for next season. Other portal visits coming up to keep your eyes out for from Alabama as well. Justice Haynes, a 5-star in the 2023 recruiting class, was Alabama's number 2 running back this year. Was getting about 7, 8, 9, 10 carries per game this year. Had 5, 6, 7 carries in 4, 5, 6, 7 games last year. So he's got 2 years of eligibility left in, and he'll be going down to Michigan, Ohio State, and others. How about Cam Calhoun, right? 2023 4-star, top 200 player in the country, transferred out of Michigan after 1 year, went to Utah for the 2024 season. He's back in the transfer portal, and he is visiting Michigan. potentially in the next couple days, although it could get pushed back to this weekend. So Cam Calhoun, when some things change, they can circle back. What's Tom say? Time is a flat circle, right? Michigan player transfers to Utah. Does he transfer back to Michigan? So keep your eye out for that. Michigan's got 4 players in the portal so far committed. I think they will take as many as 15 is the goal I've heard from folks inside the program with the just knowledge on their plans for this portal cycle, which only has about 12 or so days left. Right? It's only 3 weeks long this year. It's not that 45 days like it was last year and the years prior. Let's talk about who's left this program or who is leaning to leave since the Ohio State game the last time the Wolverines took the field. 3 players have declared early for the NFL draft. Colson Loveland, Will Johnson, Mason Graham. I expect Johnson and Graham to be top 10 picks. I think Loveland will still get in the first round. Kenneth Grant, though, has not announced his plans. Some rumors out there. I don't think they're substantiated that maybe he's somebody that doesn't think he's going to get a guaranteed top 15 pick. And so if Michigan could put together a $2 million a year deal to keep him around for another year, maybe. I hope so. I hope that's what's kind of keeping him there. But we put a question mark there. I do expect him to ultimately end up in the NFL draft. We'll talk portal in a second, but I want to get your vibes on this bowl game. What is your excitement level for Michigan, Alabama, the former Outback Bowl, a.k.a. the ReliaQuest Bowl? It makes it sound so cheap. You call it the ReliaQuest Bowl. What's your excitement level for this bowl game? Let me know. Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. I'm at like a 2.5. I don't know if I care about this game at all. I don't even know who's going to play in this game half the time with all the players declaring and leaving, declaring and transfer portal. I think the transfer portal has kind of ruined college football because you got guys like Tyler Morris and others who would probably make a big impact in this game, but they're going to be on their way out the door. So let's talk about those players. The 12 of the number players that Michigan has put in the transfer portal so far. Starting wide receiver Tyler Morris, 5th string running back Tavier Dunlap, Tristan Bounds, Raheem Anderson. Now, with Raheem Anderson leaving, and Dominique Goudis, who we'll talk about in a second, that's Michigan's 2nd and 3rd string center. So Greg Crippen is really the only center on the roster next year for the most part. So Michigan losing their 2nd and 3rd string center with Raheem Anderson, Tommy Noman, and Cole Cabana. No one, Cabana was really hyped up and he had some great film, but really never got any action in 2 seasons in Michigan. So let's keep it rolling here. The rest of it. Dominique Goudis, Jaden Denegal, Andrew Gentry, Micah Pollard, Alex Orji. No more Orji in the end zone, at least at Michigan Stadium or at away games. And then kicker Adam Samaha was a highly rated recruit, but with Michigan's kicker, second-team All-American kicker, coming back for another season. Samaha obviously thinks that he can get playing time elsewhere. So those are the players that Michigan has departed. So 12 players in the transfer portal, 3 early enrollees to the NFL draft, and 1 question mark on Kenneth Grant. Reminder, guys, what I need you guys to do, just to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Help us reach our goal of getting 34,000 subscribers before the end of 2024 is over. We will be back probably Thursday, hopefully, with a recap of Bryce Underwood's first day in Michigan football, helmet and pads. Till then, go blue.